We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, wow. Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blab. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready? Open wide!
Welcome on out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com and SideScrollersPodcast.com. Happy Monday to you. It is Labor Day, friends. Hello, hello, hello. I am Stuttering Craig. Man, do we have not the Holy Trinity today, but we have the four bangers, if you will. The big four bangers we're going to be talking about today. We got some Star Wars Outlaws. We got some Concord. We got some Dustborn. And the fourth, Suicide Squad. All four of them today, featured on today's show. And of course, the wonderful Guamanian queen herself. It is Blabs.
It was muted. Hello. Weird loves me. Anyway, hi. I like when you balance it from queen to princess to like just Blabs. It's nice. It's a nice little
You'll be
thing.
peasant soon.
Can I be like court jester or something?
Every day you make us giggle, Blabs, in some way, shape, or form. So yes, absolutely.
One of these days, I'm gonna figure out how to put on makeup. I'm gonna be white and like little black dots. And I'm gonna be like, I'm in a box, and I'll be a mime. Yeah.
Can we make that a donation goal?
Right. So somebody has to buy me the makeup to do that and tell me how to apply it, and then we'll do that. Yeah.
I will fund
YouTube
that.
it.
If we reach like, it'll be like the $1,000 mime, right? So if we make like $1,000, the next day Blabs shows up in full mime outfit, and we can have mime Blabs for.
And I can't talk, so good luck with the gaming history. I'll just be like, yeah.
I like it. I like it. Well, we know what he sounds like, but we don't know what he looks like. It's Yellow Flash Guy. How are you, buddy?
Hi.
Hello.
Great to see you.
Lads,
How
I'm
you
gonna
feeling?
send you a Juggalo tutorial. They're gonna get you that face paint tutorial, okay?
Okay.
Blabs, do you know what the Juggalo is?
No.
Oh no! Oh no! And all of a sudden we start doing a little bit of digging here. Blabs, the Juggalo is from the Insane Clown Posse. Are you familiar with the Insane Clown Posse, Blabs?
Are they like a serial killer?
No.
Well, they sing about serial killers. They used to.
ICP,
not anymore.
Yeah, ICP was a big band from like the late '90s, early 2000s. They have their fan base is unlike any other fan base in music, and this is
wild.
Yeah, this is what they dress. They all wear face paint and stuff. So Blabs, you should have. I think this is something. Can you imagine Blabs with that face paint on? Wouldn't that be great?
I feel like I might get hives if I wore that much.
I really want to go to Gathering of the Juggalos though and make content.
Oh my god!
Yellow Flash is rebranding.
I really liked. Did you see? What's his name? What's the name of that channel? I can't. It's huge, and he went and did a bunch of stuff there, and it was really funny.
Listen,
someone in the chat will get it.
Oh yeah, 1,000%. I think that'd be really fun to see. Like you want to talk about
clowns kind of freak me out though too. So this will be like terrifying. I'll be like crying in the mirror as I try to apply makeup. Like I'm so scary.
You got to be Blabs. You got to be down with the clown.
Oh, it's like Breaks Off something. That's the name of the channel.
That's awesome.
All gas, no brakes. That's the name of it.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Well, Blabs, maybe we can Juggalo Blabs. That's such
$1,000.
I love it. Oh my god, $1,000 donation goal, and Blabs will go.
Someone will fund me makeup, and I will. That'll
gotta
be
do
my
the Juggalo
YouTube
face
video.
paint though.
That'll be my YouTube video. I will apply makeup like live on stream. I guess I will learn. I will turn this place into like a beautician place, whatever they are. I don't know.
I love it.
It'll be the experience.
I love everything about what's happening right
woman
now.
choice to woman.
Great stuff. Well, welcome on out, everybody. Happy Monday to you. It is Labor Day here in the United States. Should be a nice sleepy show today as we make our way. We realize there's a lot of normal men out there taking the day off, spending it with their families, but we are here because in the world of video game podcasting, we don't stop. we can't stop, won't stop, but we're here with you guys hanging out. Very glad to be with you. I'd like to remind you guys we are, in addition to being live over on YouTube, live over at rumble.com/sidescrollers. We also have an X account where you can follow us, and found out that Flash was going to be on the show simply by following us at SidescrollerPod. If you're on over there, you might as well be following us over here, which is great. We also have an Instagram account, don't we, Blabs?
Yes, we do. So you should follow us for memes and clips of the show. Otherwise, one of those clowns is actually going to kill you in Pal World.
In Pal World, that's right. There you
or
go.
Minecraft, or in real life.
We also have a Kick account. You can find us over at kick.com/sidestrollers, and you can listen to the show over on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. But the place that you got to go if you want to be notified every time we go live, if you would like to support us in the best possible way, I'm going to tell you this right now. The best place to go is sidescrollerspodcast.com. Tomorrow, I cannot wait to share this with you guys. I'm going to be dropping a big old bomb. We have an exclusive.
Whoa.
That's for the
That smells bad.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Burritos.
We are going to be adding so much value to sidescrollerspodcast.com. I cannot wait to share with you guys what I have locked in to be over there for our supporters. It's going to be awesome. Cannot wait to share it with you guys. So head on over there, become a supporter. It's a great way to do it. And just as a little bonus, if you use the promo code TRIAL, you're going to get a free month over there. So head over there and become a supporter over at sidescrollerspodcast.com. With that said, we are live over here at YouTube. So join by hitting the subscribe button. Join the 93,000 friends, 113 normal men who are just looking for common sense in the video game and entertainment space. Let's do our best to get to 1,000 likes today. And hey, I don't know if you saw this, Blabs, but over the weekend, we did drop some new merchandise. Did you see this, Blabs?
Like new, not from Friday?
Even newer from Friday.
No. It's not like I go and check the shop every day.
Right now, not only do we have the amazing merchandise that we dropped on Friday, because listen, I know everybody was anticipating this. We have the awesome, I don't want to share the screen here. We have the Make Game Great Again hat. We also have the brand new White Dudes for Gaming shirt.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Yes.
That's right. A White Dudes for Gaming shirt for everybody, which is great. So everyone go pick up.
I want to wear both. I want to wear that one, the White Dudes one, and the Make Gaming Great Again hat.
That's right. See, listen, I don't discriminate. Hey, I don't care how you vote. All right. I'm just saying, go in there and it's just fun. I thought it'd be really fun. Look at Blabs over there. She doesn't even know how to react.
No, I really don't. Half of me is like, this is amazing. The other half of me is like, would it be okay if the races were swapped? I'm like,
Listen, I mean, we can do an Asian Dudes for Gaming shirt or a black.
I think we should. I think we should just do like every single one. Middle Eastern for gaming. Blacks for gaming.
But you understand.
They're not. Never mind.
I understand the point. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's hilarious.
You understand?
I was going to say they're not Middle East. That's not the name of their group.
But Blabs, you understand that, like, you know the White Dudes for Kamala thing, right? Like that's.
Oh, that's the reference.
Yes.
Oh, I just thought because like white men were always under attack for liking video games.
No.
Oh.
No, it's straight from. It's literally the logo for White Dudes for Kamala, just with White Dudes for Gaming instead. Like that.
That's hilarious. Okay, yeah. I'm caught up now.
Now it's funny. Anyways, go pick up some merch over there at the store. Link is in the description.
Are you going to talk about the interview you're doing tomorrow?
I'm not doing any interview tomorrow. I'm doing something on Thursday. You mean over at Phil's?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be on Thursday. Yeah. So
that's going to be interesting.
I don't know. I guess. I mean, I don't really have a whole lot of expectations. Like I said the other day, I'm going on it, not really for me. I'm going on it for Phil because, for us, there was a show that it was like one show. We've done almost 400 episodes of the show. And, I think I have not hung on to it as much as he has. And he very clearly has some demons from that show and that experience. And I'd like to help him move past that. So that's why I'm going on over there, I saw some people saying like, he's not going to allow me to ask questions and stuff. And it's like, okay, I don't think that's how it's going to happen, but whatever, we'll see. If that's the case, then
I don't know if that's true because I watched the Keemstar one and Keemstar asked him questions.
yeah, I caught a few minutes of that, and it seemed like a very cordial conversation.
Yeah, it was fine. Phil seems like he wants to change now.
I guess. I don't know. I guess we'll find out more on Thursday. I said I haven't had much conversation with him at all outside of the email correspondence. We are now friends on Discord, so that's good. So anyways, yeah, I guess that's neat. So we'll find out what happens on Thursday. So I think what I'll do afterwards, I got some parent duties I got to do afterwards, and once we get done with that, maybe I'll do like a recap stream or a decompression stream afterwards, and hopefully he doesn't get upset with me for that. So we'll see. But here we are, ready to go. All right, Blabs. We are 10 minutes into the show, which means it's time for Today in Video Game History. What you got today?
What you got? I don't even remember. Okay, so September 2nd,
Lame.
guys, is Ultimate One, releasing back in 1980. Shut up. Then we also have Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure. This one's for Yellow Flash, and it was released back in 2003. And then we have The Sims 4, now 10 years old, releasing back in 2014. Let's hear Yellow Flash. You're going to get a whooping if you continue to harass my September 2 segment.
I like that. I like that Blab, like Flash was literally just farting. He's booing you before he even got started.
That's fine. Story of my life.
Oh, I know. So let's do a quick glance at that one more time real quick. Because while you were doing that, I was looking up the other games that were released today. Ultima, Extreme Skate, Sims 4. All right. So some games that you may have missed today, Blabs, include
Shut up. What?
No, I'm saying there's not a whole lot today.
Oh, so what you're saying is the Yellow Flash has to apologize for his farts?
Nope, because Viva Pinata, Trouble in Paradise was released in 2008. There you go.
Really?
Yeah, Viva Pinata 2008. Trouble in Paradise.
Way better than Disney
Skate. Literally for Yellow Flash.
That's okay.
Look, Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure by Activision.
Oh, ooh.
Was it really extreme though? Did they scuff their knees or anything?
I thought you would have somehow played that game.
Yeah, they didn't even scrape their knees. It's ridiculous.
You think I'm a skater boy?
You might have been in your youth.
Avril Lavigne over here. That's good. Hey,
I picture Yellow Flash like singing Skater Boy.
He's just a skater boy. I was thinking about this, Blabs, and I'd like to propose something for you.
Nope.
Okay. On Friday, Blabs, I think it would be great to add not just today in gaming history, but today in movie history, or maybe like this week in movie history for movies that were released during the week.
That's lame. I like just the gaming one.
Why? We do movie stuff all the time on the show.
Fine.
I'm just saying on Fridays, I think that'd be a nice little, hey.
Okay, if for Fridays, it'll be like released this week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Fine. I agree. I wanted to say my idea, so now I'm okay with it.
Okay. Blabs, it was your idea and your idea only. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
It was also Blabs' idea to get to my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment, Hard News. I went a little bit out of order here, and I didn't hit some of these wonderful super chats, which I feel like I need to do before we get to this weirdness that we're about to get into. So gather around, friends. The weirdness is happening. But Jason came in and says, happy Labor Day weekend. I was at a local sporting event Friday evening with my family, and I'm pretty sure I saw Craig sitting a few rows up from me, but I didn't want to bother him. A local sporting event on Friday. I don't know. Maybe not. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate that. As always, if you guys see me in public, say hi. I was at my Flash. Get this. I was at my sister-in-law's 50th birthday last night, and the bartender was like, "Hey, how are you?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." She was really, really nice. She's like, "I used to watch you on Screw Attack." I was like, "We have this new thing called Side Scroll." She's like, "Yeah, whatever." Joey, Came in, says, check out the Forever Winter announcement trailer. Appears to be a game made by normal men for normal men. Hail the normal men. Let's go. Now, Blabs, you check this out?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not a game for me, but it does look impressive. So yeah, it's like a 5-minute trailer from Fun Dog Studios.
What type of game is it?
From what it looks like, kind of like first-person shooter, but some other stuff involved.
What's the name of it?
The Forever Winter.
Well, you got to show us now because we've been
Yeah,
talking.
I can do like a quick look, glancy.
Pull it up.
Here it is. So I mean,
what do we got?
It seems like a first-person shooter game, just from scrolling around.
Let's
There's guns and stuff.
Yeah, go to the most replayed area.
Enter the macro city of Lost Angels. Megastructures meant to house millions lie vacant, while automated underground factories churn out war machines by the minute.
It's kind of giving me like a little bit of Helldivers vibe meets Call of Duty.
I was kind of thinking that too, yeah.
Hey, it might actually be cool. Like there was one scene, where is it? Guns, lots of guns, guys.
That's not giving me Helldivers. That's giving me Terminator 2, but you want to know because you've never seen.
Oh, so much better. Okay. Oh, hi.
Maybe one day, Blabs. Maybe one day.
That is true. You've never seen Terminator.
Mm-hmm.
And now that movie's higher than Arnold himself. That movie's like in its own thing.
I agree.
Of cultural acceptance.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Joey. We'll check that out. It's called The Forever Winter. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
AZ came in, says Hideki Etsuno left Capcom a couple days ago. He's been with them for 30 years and directed Devil May Cry 2 and 2 through 5, Dragon's Dogma 1 and 2, Rival Schools, and Power Stone. I'm a big fan of DMC fan. And I'm sad. Yeah, he was the guy who pretty much made Devil May Cry awesome and like made him like the coolest video game character ever, like kicking guns and shooting bullets out of his feet and stuff. No, he didn't shoot any bullets out of his feet, but yeah, man, that's a big loss. And you wonder if that has to do with all the kind of DEI. I don't know. You can only assume. There's these changes that are happening, or maybe he's just done for 30 years.
I thought he was going to Square.
Is that right? I didn't. That's interesting news.
I glanced at something. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I was looking at the other day.
That'd be a big get.
Big get got poached.
Yeah. Benj then says, I think Melanie Macaroni can help with Princess Blabarbie's makeup. All right. Thank you, Benjamin.
Blabs, there's never been a better time to watch Terminator because there's a new 4K transfer, I think, coming out soon.
And somehow this makes it a better time to watch it now for me.
Because it'll look a lot better. As long as it's not like an AI upscaled one.
Absolutely Ready says, how much for Blabs to don the makeup and rap? $2,000.
What does that mean? Does that mean like Justin Trudeau it and just black?
No. That means we're talking about the ICP stuff, the Insane Clown Posse.
I thought that was 1,000.
I know, which is why we made it 2,000, so for you to rap.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, never mind. It's just a re-release. The Steelbook looks really cool, though. I'm gonna get it.
Crackers for gaming? Can we make that?
Now that's a shirt to make right there.
Yeah, can you make that? I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna email you later. Hang on. Crackers for gaming.
Christine.
I'll buy that shirt.
All right.
I wrote it down.
The Flash will buy it.
You later.
Christine came in, says, finally off work, able to catch you live. Happy Labor Day. Christine, great to see you. Thanks so much for your support. Always a pleasure to have you in, and enjoy your Labor Day today. AC came back, says, will Adam be involved in the new Phil interview? Well, it's not me interviewing Phil. I think it's the other way around. Apparently it's supposed to be a conversation. What I told Adam, because I've been talking to him via DM, I said, look, I think it would be best if you sat this out and for you to come on so you can have your own experience with Phil. And he agreed. I think that'd be a good. So I think Adam is open to sitting down with Phil another time, but I do think it's best that we do it one-on-one. So Carlos came in and says, you should check out Forever Winter's new trailer. The developers are really based. We just did, Carlos. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Rimdog says, Blabs did an editorial cartoon today. Harry Potter and Brazilian themes. Tagged you in it. Thought you may like it. Still looking forward to the comic, Flash. Oh, hi, Craig. Also, all the best to everyone. Thanks, Rimdog. Appreciate that. And Shane came in with the 10 over on Rumble. Says, hey, Craig, I sent a late Rumble rant on Friday and you forgot to read it. So I'm giving you more money to shame you. Sorry, Shane.
That's the right attitude.
That's right. Maybe I'll forget to read the next one too. Also, my Georgia Bulldogs took it to Clemson. Football is back, baby. That's right, man. Football is back. Speaking of foots, let's go on to our first news story today. And I wouldn't say it's a news story, but it's something that should never, ever, 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 ever happen. There's two things that should never happen in this video that Blabs very much wanted to show us today.
It was on my timeline. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Number one, you should never stick your foot out of a car.
No.
All right. I think this is a pretty standard thought, right? You probably
You should never have your feet up either, because if you get into an accident, you'll actually break your legs.
Right. Okay. Correct. You should not stick your foot out the car. Number two, you should not go by on a motorcycle with your tongue out to lick the toes of the foot hanging out the window. Both things. Flash, did you see this video over the weekend?
Yeah, it did. It's very gross. I wish she had toe jam and shit between her toes. That'd have made it great. Just to kind of get that guy. Like, he's looking back because he swallowed something nasty.
Do you think, he's looking back like, hey, like at what point did this guy, I don't know, was he 30 yards away and he's like, oh, there's a foot hanging out that door? Like, at what point in his mind did he like say he was going to do this? This had to have been a split-second decision.
No,
right?
that's a drive-by.
Right. I'm just saying,
It's probably staged.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Ew, though. It's just nasty. Why would you do that regardless? Who licks people's feet? You have a problem if you do that. No. Spray you with water.
Maybe we should do a stream where that's the view. That's the view of the entire stream, and all we do is wait for somebody. Like, we put a fake foot out of a window.
We'll borrow Alex's pocket foot.
Yeah, right. You get not so Alex's. Yeah.
We'll get his little pocket pussy footsie thingy and just leave it out the window and see if somebody licks it.
There's a pocket foot?
Alex owns one.
What?
People like to fuck feet. It's weird.
What is it, 2 feet together?
Now it's just one giant, like, silicone foot. We showed it on stream. So, yeah.
There are days where things are said on the show that I never thought I'd hear.
We should just clip out. Somebody needs to go through it and just clip it all out and be like, just throw it as a montage.
That seems like a perfect job for the producer of the show, Blast.
I don't want to do
This is how you know the fire and brimstone is coming soon.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Definitely, hell is here. Speaking of hell, I'll tell you this right now. This invention is hell on earth. And listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. We are doing exactly what this was designed to do. All right. And we are part of the problem here. Okay. This is a corporate invention. 2 giant corporations coming together to create a viral marketing campaign. Congratulations. It's working, as Wendy's and IGN have come together. Flash, I don't know if you saw this, to create the Saucy Nug necklace. Have you seen this?
No, what is this?
All right. Well, shout out to Extra Zero for this. The idea is that you put your nuggets on this thing here, and it rotates around, and you then put them in your mouth as you're playing games.
What the fuck?
This is
Is this real? You can buy this?
It's real. You can pre-order it. And here's the thing, chat. It's like $40, and I really want Craig to get one and try one while he plays a retro video game. So can someone please pre-order one for Craig and make him use one during a stream?
So there you go. That's it right there. The idea is that you put the nuggets or whatever you want on there.
How about you put the controller down?
Listen,
That's too
An
smart.
idea.
Now, these are $40, you said, Blabs?
Get $39.99.
Okay. Well, here it is right here. So you can see it rotates. You can take off your nugget, lean forward. Like, what is harder to do? Put the controller down or lean forward? Lean forward like he does here to get the nugget.
Now, doesn't it, like, what if it's defective and it just rotates accidentally and you never get your chicken nugget because it's always like the heavier goes down below? You know?
Hold on.
Like,
I'm
this
sorry.
is-
I'm sorry. I'm calling there's a major flaw here. I don't like this at all. Check this out. See
Oh,
what he's
you
doing?
lose half your chicken tender.
No. Do you see what he's doing here? You have to press a button for it to rotate. So you're taking your hand off the controller to begin with. That's what he's doing.
Oh.
You press a button for it to rotate. See, there's the button right here. This is a fraud. This is a fraud machine. I'm upset.
Well, listen. I'm reading the important information about it. There's a product advisory. This product is intended for display purposes only and not for practical use. Your use of the product in any way is at your own risk.
Well, yes, of course, there's always some sort of disclaimer. But the biggest issue here is that there's a button. The idea of this is that you're supposed to be hands-free nugget eating, but you have to if you have a controller in your hand, you have a controller right here. You have to take your hand off the controller to press the button, which defeats the purpose. You're right. It should be a foot pedal. That's right.
But it is a limited edition. This item is offered in limited quantities for a limited time. So it's a pre-order. It's at $39.99, and then shipping is calculated at checkout. So, there is shipping. But yeah, listen, somebody please get this for Craig. And even though it says do not use this for real, I kind of want him to use it for real, and I want him to play it while he's playing like Donkey Kong.
Nope, not going to do it. Not going to do it.
You can play it with the new one when that comes out, the remaster.
Can't do it.
Ooh,
Won't do it.
Play it with monkey balls. I was gifted monkey balls the other day, so I should be getting it soon in a physical copy. So why don't you play with me? We'll play monkey balls, and you can have a nice giant swinging wheel in your face.
I don't want a giant swigging wheel on my face. That's ridiculous. All right. I got to be honest. I'm actually very upset because it's not practical at all. It's not practical.
It literally says it's not for practical use.
Then what are you buying? Nothing?
You're buying a joke and a limited edition sussy spinny thingamabobber.
Unreal. I just can't even deal with what's happening today. Hey, Slagless came in, says Dustborn devs blaming fans. Next, they'll call them fake gamers. Anyways, hi, Yellow Flash. How's Gothic Sushi doing? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Old Man Grim says, happy Labor Day, Side Scroll Gang. Hey, thanks, Old Man Grim. Appreciate you. Suri Juku says, let's all take a moment and appreciate Blab's fresh fit.
Thank you. It's Harry Potter.
Oh, look at. Oh, there you go.
Quidditch.
Okay, thanks, Blabs. As he came back, says Blabs, Ultima 1 was a great choice. Without Ultima, we wouldn't have both Western and JRPGs without Ultima. We wouldn't have Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy without Ultima. Rare Blabs W. I agree. Ultima was a good pick today, for sure. Wiley came in and says, where can I get the Side Scrollers official pocket foot merch for research purposes?
Listen, I feel a collab with
I
Craig
still can't
and
believe
Alex
that's a real thing.
Just
So
don't
what is
Google
it?
it.
Is it a foot with a hole in it?
It's literally a foot with a giant slit down the middle. You get what I'm saying?
Vork came in, says, Craig, this just in, Squirrel with the Gun has 1,221 players, way more than the 75 now. Oh, listen, we're going to get to that in a second, Vork. Appreciate that. Labs, Flash, are you okay? Can you recover from what we're talking about with the foot thing?
That's just so weird. I know.
Many
weird. It's not even the weirdest thing, but
it's weird. You're right. It is
weird. It's weird.
Yes. Jason says, I spent $40 on worse. This is true. We all have. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate that. Cajun Corey says, money for Craig to try the nugget wheel and boobs. Hey, speaking of, we do have a new, so I'm bringing it back today. Boom. We're bringing it back. I have the yellow. We're going to start filling up the wall again for yellow Flash for everything 50 and over. Speaking of Blabs, we have how about you just give them a sneak peek? Now, I'm not going to say a taste, but a sneak peek of the $100. But there it is right there. That's all you get. That's all you
There's also a $150 one too.
that's a talented woman right there.
She's very talented. That's right. Mika says Blue Bonnet Bussies on sale. When that will not be happening. And Super Joe's Midlife Crisis says, in the Idiocracy Apocalypse, you wear a saucy knuckle necklace as your armor chest plate, the pocket foot as your foot armor, and Oculus as your headgear. Thank you, Super Joe's Midlife Crisis. Sounds like you really thought this one through. Someone who hasn't thought things through is Crazed Link, who picked up the white dudes for gaming V-neck t-shirt. Appreciate that, Crazed Link. And Tactical Viking picked up the MGGA hat and something else as well. It says, hail from the normal man. Hail from the normal Norwegian man. Thank you so much, Tactical Viking. All right, let's move on. Hey, we got some Disney news. Actually, a couple Disney stories here, which is one that is interesting and one that is you think they learn from. I saw this being passed around, and there have been a lot of rumors about Disney World, and I can't imagine them doing this. But this rumor from that Park Place, the idea that they are going to reimagine Liberty Square to remove the American influence, like all of it, on the theme park. So for those who don't know, they're moving things around and they're changing things in Walt Disney World, specifically the Magic Kingdom. This comes off the heels of the repackage of Splash Mountain, which is now Tiana's Bayou, which just can't be open, right? It just refuses to be open. It's like broken down every 5 seconds. This is over by where the Hall of Presidents is. Now, Flash, are you familiar with the Hall of Presidents at Disney World?
Yeah, they got those animatronic presidents in there. And they don't have Trump, of course.
Oh, really? They don't have them at all?
I couldn't confirm it. I haven't been there in years. But last time I was there was it was shut down for remodeling or something.
They
I
just
don't
shut it
think
down.
I don't think they have Trump in there.
They just shut it down for 4 years. They shut it down from 2016 or 2017 to 2020. They're like, we're just not gonna do this.
Okay, somebody says at one point they did have him in there.
Okay,
I'm surprised they put him in there. To be honest,
they may not have anybody in there, as the idea of taking out the entirety of the Hall of Presidents. I can't listen. Let's be real. The Hall of Presidents isn't like a banger attraction, right? Maybe in like 1972 when this was released, this was really awesome. But it's not meant to be like a thrill ride. It's meant to be a place where you go and you chill out from the heat and you just get in some air conditioning and you watch and you learn about some American history, right? I think that'd be really, really fun. But the idea now is that they could potentially be removing it with the idea of, this is taking out all American influence, the idea of reimagining this. Now, they say it's an unverified rumor, but there have been other unverified rumors that have turned into verified rumors, including the Cars land taking over where the Tom Sawyer area is right now, which happens to be in Frontierland. And I don't know, this Disney is changing in such a negative way. Really, in the last 4 or 5 years, it's been crazy to see, and honestly sad to see as somebody who was a big Disney fan. Blabs, do you think that it's smart of them to remove all references to American history?
No.
Disney World?
How do you learn? They're always like, oh, these things belong in museums, but then they're arguing to remove them from also museums. So it's like, you just want it erased. That's what you really want. Let's be real here. So, no, I think it's stupid.
Well, speaking of stupid, more Disney stuff here. As you've seen Disney continuously fail over and over and over again with their recent movies, right? With the biggest, there was a lot of concern when it came to Inside Out 2, that movie coming out. There's, you're dealing with emotions, you're dealing with, teenage girls, and there's, obviously all the stuff in society that's been going on, and it takes place in San Francisco. So there's a lot of questions leading up to Inside Out 2 with how Disney was going to handle all this stuff. To everybody's surprise, there was nothing injected into this film. It was just a really good film. And you know what? It has been rewarded for that, right? Word didn't get out. The moms weren't passing word around saying, hey, you shouldn't see it. And it's gone so well, in fact, that Inside Out 2 has apparently become the top grossing animated film of all time, which is, I'd say, kind of shocking to say the least. But an estimated $1 billion, $1.66 billion along the way, outpacing 2019's Lion King. So that's pretty awesome.
Both Frozen and Frozen 2.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What did Inside Out 1 do?
It's a great question. Great question.
Inside Out, according to this giant chart, is rated at number 22 for top rated, highest grossing animated movies. And
So
Inside Out came out in 2015.
And how much
What's
did it
so
make?
great about this one that has everyone? Never mind.
I think people just I think it's to do with all the other movies that are coming out, or lack of fun movies are coming out, and people just were like, this one's a fun, like, no agenda, it's just a fun popcorn movie to take with the kids. And I think that's what really did it. But to answer your question, Inside Out in 2015 made $857 million.
So it's almost doubled what the original Inside Out made.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So like I said, I think there's a lot of factors to this. I think one of the factors is legitimately that there's people who still have brand affinity for Disney, who still very much appreciate or want to like Disney, and they've seen what happened over the last several years with movies like Lightyear, right? And where these movies have had some sort of ideology injected in them, where this movie was rewarded by the audience for not having any of that. It was a movie that you could take your kids to, your grandparents could get to. It was pretty much just a classic Pixar Disney movie. When you go back to Toy Story 1 and 2 and 3, that just a movie you can go have a good time, smile and laugh at, and not have to worry about having to cover your kids' ears or cover their eyes or worry about anything like that. I saw it. I was legitimately like, I remember, you hear all these rumors online before things are released. They're going to make the lead character trans, blah, 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 and obviously it's all just like speculation and talk, but it's one of those things where given Disney's track record, you do have to take that stuff into account as a parent. So you hear these things, and then you start seeing a couple days leading up to it, some reviews, and people are like, no, there's nothing in it at all. And you still go into it, a little, kind of tiptoeing. And I was very surprised and honestly pleased by the film when I saw it. So, yeah, I mean, I'd say good for Disney, but the reality is that they're probably not going to learn. They're probably not going to learn along the way. But
no,
so
I have two little things about this also. So just so the chat is aware, this is basically only computer animated films, right? So a lot of these animated movies aren't in this threshold. But speaking of Lightyear, it didn't even top like the top 50.
Yeah, Lightyear was a huge disaster. But the marketing for that movie was really weird.
Abysmal.
Yeah, I still have no idea really what the plot of that movie is. But I do know that there's a lesbian character in it, and she has a kiss in the movie. So,
yeah, it's just like a little peck real quick. I mean, I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen the scene.
They're very proud of that. They were really hard on that in the marketing. They wanted you to know that more than the plot. Yeah. It was a big push for sure. Norm says, if there was ever a time to take Walt Disney out of deep freeze, now would be the time. Let's go. Get him out. Get his crazy chopped off head back in the real world. Thank you, Norm. Appreciate that. Agreed.
His head's chopped off? What the hell, man?
Haven't you heard all those rumors about like Disney and his cryogenic freezing and all this stuff?
Well, I remember that, but it
Isn't
was
his
like,
head
why
frozen?
would his head be chopped off?
It's just his head.
The head's cheaper than the body.
Wait a second. Now, hang on. I thought the whole
Even though I don't even know if that would work because, I mean, you need your spine and you have neurons connected to your brain and your stomach. So would that even work? I don't think we even know.
Probably
You
not.
guys are telling me that the actual rumor is that Walt chopped off his head and then froze his head?
He
That's
didn't
it?
chop off his head.
Well, obviously, so when he died, they were like, I thought it was his entire body just frozen in time, like Captain America style.
Well, there you
Well,
go.
that's unfortunate. I'd rather that than just his head.
I just
I'll
don't
be
think
honest.
if we ever got to the point where you could revive a body, like I don't think just the head. I don't think that'll work.
Just slap it onto another body.
Like the whole head transplant thing. I don't think that would really work either.
Could you imagine you put Walt Disney's head on some body positive actor, like as someone who died, and it's got skinny Walt Disney head on morbidly obese body positive influencer. It's Walt Disney made for modern audiences. Oh man. Hey, Cultural Breakdown says listen every day at work and now order the MGGA hat. Hail the normal men. Let's go. Thank you so much, Cultural Breakdown. That's Jason picking up the MGG hat. Love that. Mr. Melancholy says Disney will continue to suffer a slow demise and be stupid as long as Bob Iger and his friends are there. I don't disagree. Thank you very much for that, Mr. Melancholy. John says, Craig, you thinking of the robot chicken sketch? Is that what happened in that? I don't recall. Also, Reese came in with the $20 Rumble Rant. Says, I can picture a Doom 2 WAD where you where you, the resurrected Walt Disney, clean house, so to speak. I like that idea, Reese. That's good stuff. And Benjamin says, so Disney is Mr. House in New Vegas, from New Vegas. Thanks, Benjamin. And Hell says Walt's head is the central computer for the park, but he's learned what they've done to the movies, so he's purposely tanking the park. There you go, Hell. Appreciate that. I love the conspiracy theories around these things. Thank you guys very much for the support today. Love it. Also, Gio Ray picked up the Normal Man t-shirt as well as some other merch. Says really wanted to get that American Pride hat because it looks so cool, but it's a bit too tacky in Canada. So I'm getting the MGGA hat. Can't see anything going wrong there. There you go. Let all Canadian normal men know as well. Appreciate that. You guys pick up some new merch over at the store. Links in the description. All right. Let's go and move on. Hey, there's a game that was sent to Blab's way. Blabs, you really wanted to talk about this game. I actually really love the idea of this.
Isn't it fun?
This is kind of funny. And Blab's dressed up in her full Harry Potter outfit today. Look at what a dork you are.
Shut up. It's awesome. Anyway.
So what is this?
Secret Agent Witterboy.
It's hilarious. Okay, so Dev actually sent this to me. And on Twitter, there was a developer showing like what goes wrong when, trying to work on this game. And basically, listen, if you grew up in the early 2000s, chances are you played Harry Potter on like PlayStation or PC. So this is like, honestly, the vibe is like old EA game style Harry Potter that's hilarious, charming, nostalgic. But this time, it's like you're not Harry Potter, you're some spy out of a wizard school and you accidentally blow up your fellow companions. And I'm so about it. Like, even the music is charming and fun. And I'm like, I gotta play this. So yes, I've added it to my Steam wish list. I will 100% be trying this whenever it comes out because there's no announcement yet. But it looks like fun. I'm so down. So down.
It's definitely a Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, it's like
right?
discount Harry Potter. I mean, they basically took like ideas from the robes in the first few games and everything. How like they have the bread inside. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
It's awesome, and like you accidentally blow people up, and you find donuts and things when you explode them, which is basically just like the first few Harry Potter games. When you exploded furniture, you would find like a jelly bean. That was in the original video game, so I'm for it. I'm 100% for it. Secret
Agent Wizard Boy must go undercover to topple Fumblemort's evil crime syndicate hidden beneath his wizarding school, learn spells, engage in espionage, and spread utter lore unfriendly chaos. There we go. I mean, you have to think that they will have some sort of glasses that you can put on your character
maybe yeah. I feel like the thing is they're gonna have to tread so lightly around this because Warner Brothers will like eat them for dinner. So.
1000%.
Yeah.
I'm
totally down for it. It looks funny, it looks great, a little bit of nostalgia. What could go wrong?
Lawsuit.
Did you like Hillbilly Harry Potter?
Dude, that was freaking weird.
Wasn't it?
Dude, the amount of people were tagging me in that after you tagged me in it too. Like, oh my god, look at this. I'm like, that's all it was on my timeline. Yeah.
That was a good AI video.
It was pretty impressive. It's like, long
it's crazy how good it's getting.
Actors will be retired and no longer needed.
For those who are asking, this is from Demon Flying Fox. This is I have not watched this to its entirety at all, but this is all done through AI. Here we go. So this is Harry Potter. What's it? Redneck Harry Potter? Is that the idea?
Yeah.
And so he goes in, and the idea is that you're telling the story through rednecks. This is all AI. This is very impressive.
It is, and like even the lyrics are really good, impressive too.
Haggard's truck is really funny.
Down in the holler, magic runs free, but you best not mess with that old snake creep. Y'all know Harry, he's a redneck wizard, got that southern drawl, but he ain't no quitter. Haggard rolled up in a rusty old truck, said, boy, you're a wizard, you're in for some luck. Took him to the Walmart, got him a wand and a pet possum.
I love the wand as guns.
Yeah. Where Dumbledore reigns, teaching the kids to use their brains. He's a wand-waving, spell-casting good old boy. Riding broomsticks ain't no toy. Down in the holler, magic runs free, but you best not mess with that old snake creep. Y'all know Harry, he's a redneck wizard, got that southern
It's
drawl,
so impressive.
But he ain't no quitter.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. we're screwed, man.
Right?
We're screwed. I mean, there is definitely a look of AI to it. Everything's kind of got that slow.
But it'll be fixed within a couple of years, and like now you won't actually know like if this person actually said this or not. It's gonna be crazy.
Oh my god. Well, there you go. All right. Speaking of movies, we had something very interesting announced over the weekend, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. It is not going as well as anticipated. We've had Uwe Boll on our show. Flash, you know who Uwe Boll is?
No.
Okay. Back in the 2000s and early 2010s, Uwe Boll is the German director who worked on a number of video game related films. And some of those films are thought of as some of the worst video game related films ever made. He did Far Cry. I believe he did Blood Rain, I believe. He did several video game related movies. But his most popular film was a film called Postal. And that was also based off of a game. Have you ever played Postal before, Flash?
No, but I know what it is. So
the movie itself was honest. It's so offensive and so over the top and ridiculous that if you watch it today, I guarantee there's some 17, 18-year-old kid, 20-year-old, white girl in college who would just get so offended by it. And there's all sorts of references to incest and Nazis and all sorts of stuff, baby killing and stuff. It's so over the top and ridiculous. So people have been talking about, hey, or Uwe Boll's like, I'd really want to make a sequel to this for Postal 2. So he announced over the weekend that it is happening. They're going to make Postal 2. And he is crowdfunding this via Indiegogo. Now, this is something that he's very, very proud of, very, very excited about. Unfortunately, the internet is not excited about this, as it has raised less than $1,000 on a $2.5 million budget. So things are not looking very good for Uwe Boll and the second Postal movie. So rest in peace there, friend. I guess that's a tough chat question for you guys. Do you have any interest in a Postal 2 movie?
And if you do, the chat likes it.
Well, it's a good idea. I mean, let's check out the trailer real quick. This is the video that you're met with.
Postal turned into a totally cult classic.
This is not a trailer.
Million people.
Well, this is what we're met with here. So anyway, okay. Well, anyways, he's just talking about it.
13-minute trailer.
Yeah. It's probably what? This doesn't make any sense, right? Like these pictures.
What is that?
Wait, go back. What is that? You're a man. You're a.
Okay, well now this is part of the problem. This is not good. Like,
yeah,
where's
isn't
the
professional
say
at
Hawk
all.
2 one more time?
Hold on. This is the most Uwe Boll thing I think I've ever seen in my
Really?
life. Yes, this is exactly what this guy is.
Oh my god.
I'm like, what is he? This is to promote the idea of his next movie, and this is all just a bunch of random pictures.
Oh no!
My god.
Bunch of random pictures from the internet.
Yet Taylor Swift getting banged by Oscar the Grouch.
Oh my god. Sometimes I feel bad for Taylor Swift just because of those memes. Holy shit. Imagine her mom sending her this and like, when did that happen?
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. I love it. Anyways,
Jesus.
so it doesn't look like it's working out for Uwe Boll and Postal 2. But if you want to see some dank memes, you can go to the page. Oh, I love it. That's the most Uwe Boll thing in the world. Maybe should we have Uwe Boll on for like 15 minutes to talk about this? I think that'd be great. I don't know. It'd be now he's asking for $2.5 million, which, by the way, to fund a movie is not a whole lot of money. It's really not. When it comes to a production that way, the chat overwhelmingly yes. Okay, he follows me. I'll DM him and see. Or Blabs, do you want to reach out to him, Blabs?
I want to do the schedule, and we email each other, and he responds back in the subject line.
He's gonna send you a meme.
Yeah, he's gonna send you a picture of Taylor Swift.
There's no Taylor Swift memes. Thanks, Uwe.
Well, okay. Well, we're gonna do our best to get Uwe Boll on the show for that. Sounds good. Hey, John came in with a 5. Says PSA for Astrobot coming out next week. Coming out this week. 3D platformer from Sony for once. Seriously hope we all come out to support this non-DEI fun-looking game. Thanks, John. Appreciate that. Absolutely Ready says, how does she not have a Harry Potter podcast yet?
I have a YouTube channel.
You don't have a podcast. You talk about Harry Potter every day, all the time. AC came back, says, has Blabs ever seen Futurama? Why do you think there is a bunch of characters that are just heads in jars? That's true.
What?
Hey, I'm Dan Habiki. Says, glad to finally catch y'all live. Just wanted just something my mechanic told me. I miss the days when it was a mechanic. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.
Dude, I saw this funniest video about that. It was like a farmer video where this guy was talking about all of his tractors and talking about the trannies in the tractor. And he's like, what? It was hilarious. Anyway, go on.
Night Lancer says, Flash, digging the WW2 World War II Power Ranger-esque comic. Any power pew-pews planned? Galactic Garand, Blaptastic Bar, Mighty M18 Zord summoned with a bugle. Don't leave out my boy, the P-47 Thunder Jug. All right, Night Lancer, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Sir Cool says you missed the smiley face with a weenus before garage. Thank you, Sir Cool. Night Lancer says Uber Bowl made me glad my dad raised me to be a normal man. There you go. And that's Nathan good. Says, to be fair, those memes are very fitting for a Postal game. It's kind of genius marketing when I think about it. I said, that's the most Uber thing I think I can possibly see. Like, that's exactly what it is. All right, let's hit some video game stuff. This has been an amazing year, right? An amazing year. We've had some very positive games. It has been highs and lows. And but the highs have been high and the lows have been low. One of the biggest lows was at the very, very start of the year with the release of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Now, this is a game that has seriously underperformed. I mean, obviously, along the way. And people have shown little to no interest to play this game. It just totally failed in every single level, from a sales standpoint to a reception standpoint. People have had no interest in playing it. In fact, currently, right now on Steam, there is 105 players playing Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Oh, there was less earlier. It was under 100.
Well, if you look at the 3-month chart, this is the new season that they launched. You can see there are different additional perks they've added since the launch here. This is 6 months ago, and the max right here. Obviously, it started off with 13,000 players and is very much leveled out to.
I can't believe that nobody wanted to come back for Mrs. Non-Binary Lesbian Freeze.
Listen,
it's wild. I can't believe this.
Flash, you're clearly just not connected to the gaming audience, and that's the issue. Is everybody was clamoring for this, which is crazy.
I can't believe Gay Joker wasn't a hit. It's
I know.
insane to me.
We got to give credit what's credit is due. I've refreshed, and now we have 107 people played. Woohoo!
Well,
okay, it's up a little bit. See, it was at 94 earlier.
See, you could actually spin that as the players playing it is up 2% in the last 5 minutes. There you go.
Impressive.
Well, not enough people are playing that, as apparently there's going to be some layoffs. Bomb. This is a reoccurring theme throughout the year, as Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League's Rocksteady is been hit by layoffs, as one staff member made redundant while on paternity leave. So Rocksteady staff told Eurogamer of redundancies in the studio. The company's QA department has seen its size almost cut in half over the past month, with 33 team members going to 15 with poor sales of Suicide Squad, cited as the reason for, quote, its restructuring. Job losses extend outside of QA too. One staff member posted on social media over the weekend to reveal that they've been told they were being made redundant in the middle of paternity leave.
Ugh.
So that's yikes. So in all, it looks like there have been, 33 down to 16. So 19 total people. There's 18 there and another one right there. That's 19 more staff people who have lost their jobs. I hate, it's one of those things where it's like, who could have saw that coming? But everybody saw this coming in the world of video games. Flash, are you surprised this didn't happen sooner?
Yeah, kind of, because they announced that it lost $200 million for their gaming division like 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah. If anybody
what have they been doing since then?
Right. I mean, you got to think, especially from a QA perspective, right? So the QA perspective, they're just playing and checking for bugs. And I would say, like, being QA, quality assurance, that's like your lower level positions, right, in the company. There, you start there and you work your way up. It's like starting as a bagger at a grocery store, right? You start as a bagger, then you become a trainer, then you become a checker, then you become a whatever, and you work your way up. And that's kind of what a QA position is, right? It's a low level position, but you have to have something to test. And it's I would read this as they are not moving forward as quickly with development as they obviously hoped. Mainly because if you don't have anything to play, you have nothing to test. So that tells me that this service could be shutting down sooner than later. So correct me if I'm wrong, Flash, isn't this a live service game?
Oh, yeah.
This game was released in January, I believe, of this year. So going back to the, it was January 29th was the release date to this. We are 9 months into this game's release. I would not be surprised if January 29th, 2025 rolls around and they just shut the doors on it. They give it 1 year, and the game itself gets shut down in its entirety. And the reason I say 1 year is because oftentimes there's a server contract signed for an extended amount of time to keep the cost down on the servers. And I think that you go for a year, and it may be a little bit before because the servers may have spun up to do testing and stuff on it. But I would say definitely sometime in January, we're going to see some sort of announcement saying that Suicide Squad is gone, and it's going to be gone forever. So I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on that, Flash?
Can they do that? Because
just shut the game down?
Well, the crew got shut down, and I thought that people were filing lawsuits over that. So I would imagine like they'll probably get sued if they do that. I don't know if it'll go anywhere.
Maybe there's like a time, like a window in which you have to have the game like live service, and then
that'd be really bad PR. I don't know if they shut that down after a year. I think they wait, because I do agree they're going to shut it down. I think they wait till 2026 to shut it down.
Really? You think they're going to wait that long?
It's really weird that you say that, because they even went and was like, we're going to focus on live service games. Remember that? Even though like Hogwarts Legacy was like their winner.
They're going to turn that into a live service game.
Yeah, so I find it very odd that their latest live service game was such a huge flop and like horrible. They lost so much money. But I do want to point out that since August 30th, so this has not been updated for like the latest Suicide Squad layoffs, but the total amount of layoffs in 2024 so far is 11,540 people just this year.
Yeah. We pulled this up many times, a couple times on the show, and credit to Blabs for finding this. Yeah, this is a real interesting, just 11,000 people, almost 12,000 people have lost their job in 2024. And if you go back to 2023, you'll see we've already
impressive.
Yeah, more people lost their jobs in 2024 so far than the entirety of 2023, with 10,500 in 2023. And
these two latest studios have been added: Ballistic Moon and Uka Studios. So they have not added Suicide Squad guys yet. That's a shame.
So they're all going to have to relocate to Korea, where the industry is going to start booming.
Yeah. If you click on 2022 there, you can see that there was 8,500 people who lost their jobs. Scroll down a little bit, Blabs. You can see 8,500 people lost their job in 2022. So in 2024, with 11,500 people who have lost their jobs, we still have 3 more months to go in the year, 4 more months to go in the year. And they're already outpaced both those years. So it's like, yikes. But who would have thought? Who would have thought? Because guess what? It's going to continue, and it's going to get worse. And I'll tell you what, next on the chopping block, maybe, potentially, could be Red Thread Games. Look, we've talked a lot about Dustborn over the last 2 weeks. And there's been a lot to talk about, a lot to laugh at. We have another video going up this afternoon about Dustborn. And we'd like to thank Dustborn for growing our channel. Thank you for that. But with that said, Dustborn, we talked about this briefly on Friday's show. but Dustborn's developer, Red Thread Games, came in with a letter to the community on Friday, right before we finished up our show, with this message. And
you're the problem.
Pretty much. There's the TLDR. I'll read this. It says, to our community, since we first announced Dustborn, we read your comments and listened to your feedback, hopes, and wishes for the game. Over the past 4 years, our team has poured their hearts into telling a story that's deeply meaningful to us. A story about the power of words, about building a world where everyone can feel safe, about love, friendship, and robots, of course. We expected Dustborn to spark conversation and debate and look forward to engaging with our players in a positive and constructive fashion. Unfortunately, that conversation has been drowned out by a tidal wave of hate and abuse. We welcome thoughtful feedback and respectful criticism. We embrace discussion and debate, but we have zero tolerance for hate speech, harassment, and threats of any kind. Those who engage in such behavior will be removed from our community. To everyone else, thank you for coming on this journey with us. Your support means everything, and your constructive feedback continues to push us to learn and evolve. Together, let's continue to build a world where everyone can feel valued and empowered to share their stories. Now, we pointed out, obviously, their desire for discourse. They welcome thoughtful feedback and respectful criticism while locking comments. Right? This is something that was pointed out, obviously, by many people along the way. But
it's like when Amanda Steinberg made a whole diss track about discourse and then copyright claimed people that were giving her discourse.
That's right. That's right. Well, Quantic Dream has came in, and they are the video game studio and publisher behind Heavy Rain, Detroit Become Human, Beyond Two Souls, and Star Wars Eclipse. And they came in and they puffed their chest out, says, we want to express our heartfelt support for our partners at Red Thread Games. We stand united against hate in all its forms and are committed to fostering communities built on understanding and respect. Well, that has gone over very well as they obviously locked their comments on that as well. And so people have kind of seen the charade as to what's going on here. I would like to just kind of take a look, because one thing that Red Thread Games in their initial post talked about is they're talking about their players specifically. They said, we to everyone else, they're players. Thank you for coming on this journey. Your support means everything, and your constructive feedback continues to push us to learn and evolve. Right? Well, let's check in to see how many players they currently have over on Steam. I think it's really important. Let me actually just do a refresh real quick. Right now, in real time, Dustborn has less than 24 players right now on the game. 23 players playing, with an all-time peak of 83. So I saw several quote tweets from this initial tweet, and probably the funniest one was, why don't you just DM all your players? Like, I thought that was really funny. Instead of sending out a tweet about it, just DM everybody instead.
Because that tweet was, you better give us coverage. PC Gamer, Gamer Rant, Push Square,
and
Eurogamer, IGN,
and Kotaku, of course. As Kotaku has come out with posting this, as Dustborn developers condemn tidal wave of hate and abuse directed at them, which, as pointed out, you've been open to it before, as this is from an earlier tweet from them. Hogwarts Legacy lead designer used to run anti-social justice YouTube channel, right? As they're very clearly pushing a certain narrative right there along the way. This is great. This is a terrible game that should never received government funding. Everybody, help! I'm being attacked by a tidal wave of hate and abuse. The devs, right? And that's the biggest thing here. Flash, when you see blanket statements like a tidal wave of hate and abuse, but in reality, everybody else in the world knows exactly what it is. It's us laughing at stupidity, and it's providing criticism at this. Do you think that this is I see this as them living in a bubble, right? And them anytime there's something that's not used to their thought process, they deem that as hate.
Well, they're calling it hate and bullying, but bullying is literally a mechanic in their game.
Right. They should know, right?
Yeah, they know all about it.
Right. It's been amazing to watch along the way. And I just quote tweeted them. I literally just, I don't know. And this tweet blew up in a crazy way. I didn't even think this was that crazy of a statement. I just quote tweeted and it says, Dustborn developers condemn tidal weight of hate and abuse directed at the team. And I just put gamers condemn propaganda camouflaged as video games. That has 16,000 likes. Nice. I was like, okay. Yeah, I was like, okay. I was not expecting that to blow up, but sounds good. But this has been a common theme where you have a game that is literally built around bullying and all these things that have been, when you look at society, you see these things these ideas that have been shunned. You're not allowed to bully anymore. Well, you learn how to bully. Cancel culture isn't real. Well, you learn how to cancel, right? You literally learn how to do these things in this game. And then as soon as there's any sort of criticism, these developers become the victims. They become exactly what they're preaching against. And it's amazing to see in a situation like this, when the mirror is held up to them, how quickly they turn and they want to hide from the reflection. And I've said this before and I'll say this again. I think it just very much shows the disconnect between these developers and the actual audience. And I want to go back to the initial post by Red Thread Games. I think there's a lot in this statement that really tells you everything you need to know about this company. It says, since we first announced Dustborn, we've read your comments and listened to your feedback, right? So here it is. Over the past 4 years, our team has poured their hearts into telling a story that's deeply meaningful to us. On the surface, that makes sense, but let me tell you why it doesn't make sense. Because it may be important to you, but you're living in the bubble, but you clearly aren't listening to the audience. You're listening to what's important to you, but not to literally the entire gaming audience. Otherwise, you wouldn't have 23 players playing your game on Steam, right? You made a piece of propaganda that nobody wanted to hear, and it's been rejected to half court. And now you're going to complain about it. Now you're going to play the victim. I got no time for that. I have no time for that. They made a story for themselves, and nobody had any interest in playing it. So there we are, 23 players. I can't see any way. Like, this game has gotten more publicity from various outlets, us talking about it, and the fact that it's never crossed 100 players. It's amazing. I mean, it's absolutely fascinating to see the results of this. Do you see any way, Flash, that this game could ever recover and even cross 100 players at one time?
No, not unless 100 streamers pick it up and play it at the same time. Then maybe, because the only people I see like even having an interest in it is when people stream it and laugh at it.
Right, I agree. State of Hippo says, from all the harassment Red Thread and Quantic Dreams are talking about, they aren't they also silencing the diverse voices by locking comments? Right. Racist.
It's true.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's exactly what's happening. Norm says, I don't care how deep you think the puddle is, Dustborn devs, you made a short game, GTFO, out of here with your corpo BS. Sorry for the awkward spelling, YouTube being weird. Thanks, Norm. Appreciate that. Right, Ryan's also, you are coping and seething. That's right. Oh, that's crazy. Well, there we go. That's our Dustborn update for the day. I did want to point out real quick. I was turned on to this website, PSN Profiles, and I think it's important to look at this as well, at the overall look at how people are receiving trophies in these games. And I think we're going to this is probably going to be a big resource for us. At PSN Profiles, when you look at Dustborn, it currently says there's 101 game owners right now. 101, and only 621 trophies have been earned in this game. when you look at the, when you look at this itself, I mean, 101 total game owners for this game on PlayStation. I would say this game's a flop, but it's not as big a flop as Concord, which we're going to talk about next.
Probably the biggest flop in history.
Quite possibly. Before we get to that, my boy Zim came in, Blabs, with a $50 direct donation. Zim, thank you so much for that. He says, hey, just wanted to pop in and say hi. I'm still alive. Just been busy working full-time guards now. I'm catching up on last week's episodes currently, but I'll catch you live again soon. Much love to the normal men and the DEI hire Blabs. There you go.
Hi.
Hey, Zim, thanks so much, man. Appreciate you. It's great to see you again. Always a pleasure to have you, and be safe out there. Chancho came in with a member for 22 months and just purchased a new house. Let's go. This is my last super for a while. Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to all you normal men and Blabs. Chancho, congratulations. Enjoy your exorbitant rate that you have. But congratulations. That is a huge achievement for you, and I'm rooting for you, buddy. Congratulations. It's great to see. Aiden also came into the two, says, hey guys, I went to Canton for first Monday trade days with my family, and I love going there. For those who don't know, Canton is a small town in Texas. It's in East Texas that they have this thing called First Monday. You go out there and it's like a giant scrap show, whatever, one of those big old trade shows. Scrap meet. Yeah. And it's done the first Monday of every month. And so it's like a big thing. So it's about a Texas Rangers American flag there for $12, and we'll take it with me to next year's baseball season. Let's go, Aiden. Good for you, buddy.
It's weird that it's on a Monday. People work.
Yeah.
I think it'd be on a Sunday.
Flea market, swap meet, whatever they are. Yeah, same type of thing. It's where a bunch of old ladies go to get rid of their junk and trade their junk. So that's pretty much what it is. All right, let's move on. We've talked about the insanity that is Dustborn, but the biggest failure by far has been Concord. And there's been a lot of speculation about the player base of Concord and specifically what that means. Right now, currently on Steam, there is 60 players playing this game. Let's do a quick refresh. Up to 78 players, okay? So now there's multiple games that can be played right now on Concord. This multiplayer, just to put that in perspective, this is a 5v5 hero shooter. So you need 10 people in each game. Right now, there's the possibility of 7 games happening on Steam right now. 7 full games happening with 78 players playing.
You've got a crossplay.
Well, there you go.
You need that PlayStation's other additional 200.
Yes.
By the way, one of the modes is completely unplayable, Rivalry. I don't know if that needs more players or something, but that takes up to and over 8 minutes to get a match going, and it takes so long people get timed out. It's basically unplayable. So now some of the content in the game is not playable because there's not enough people. Also, I would really love to know the marketing budget for this game because it is also featured in Amazon's upcoming, what's the name of that show? Secret Level.
Really?
So one of the shows, because it's an anthology show. So there's a couple that I really want to watch, like the Mega Man show that they're going to have in it. And I think the one Keanu Reeves is in is Armored Core. Those two I really want to watch. But there's also an episode dedicated to Concord. And I don't know how much they paid for that, but, it's all going into the hole.
Well, this will 100% go down. I mean, we talked about E.T. on this, E.T. being one of the biggest failures in video game history. I have to think Concord has to be the biggest failure. When you're talking about a major game, major budget, everything goes into it, the amount of expenses attached to it, a controller being made around this game.
Oh.
They thought this was going to be a huge game. And huge. Let's go over to IGN for this story. Apparently, they have sold only 25,000 units on PlayStation. And that is not great, to say the least. There's a lot going on here.
Hold on a second.
Yes,
Cartac in the chat says, or Cartac says, ET wasn't a flop. It sold 1 million, but they printed like 20 million, dude.
Right.
So it is a flop because they overprinted. That's why you can find them in a landfill, which was confirmed.
So it says, why isn't it selling? Well, I think there's a lot of reasons why. They talk about, let's start with the marketing. Okay, we can go into why exactly it's not selling along the way, but 25,000 people buying this game certainly does not say that there was a demand for this game by any means. But let's go back to that PSN Profiles, right? PSN Profiles tells you all the things that you need to know about when these trophies were collected in the game. And the most basic trophy of them all is called First Takedown. It's how you get your first kill in the game. And right now, that is the most common right here. The most common one right here is get your first takedown. Only 1,238 people have gotten that. 1,238 people have gotten a kill in Concord right now. That is unreal. With less than 20,000 people, 20,000 trophies being earned on the game, on a game that apparently has sold 25,000 copies on the PlayStation. I think that may be overshooting it, if I'm being totally honest with you. That's insane.
Do you know what makes me laugh? So I'm exploring, the PlayStation profiles, and you click on 100% Club, and it says no one has 100% in Concord yet.
No, of course not. Of course not.
No one's done it yet.
The elusive
There's people
platinum.
who are close. Some people.
I don't know how
really
you can
close.
get them.
Yeah.
You can't even play all of the game modes.
That might be why, because they're at 98%. Some of these people.
Well, it is. It's been amazing to see the flop associated. I mean, I said the chat said gigaflop. This is unreal, and I don't know if we'll. I mean, I wish I could say that I don't know if we'll ever see another flop like this, but I don't know if we ever will. I mean, I thought ET was going to be the biggest of all flops, and yeah, it still sold 1 million copies. But this has, I mean, all in on Steam with PlayStation, maybe 30,000 copies total. And your budget is what, $100, $200 million. It's honestly, I wish I could say I feel bad for them, but I don't. I just, the most amazing thing about Concord is that nobody along the way said anything about how I just don't think this is going to work, which I think speaks to the culture and the bubble that these people are in. Like that,
they all thought so that modern audience, man, they were going to show up in full support.
Well, the modern audience has shown up in full support, not of Concord, but this is amazing, with Squirrel with a gun having 1,500 players over Concord's. This is a great
but they're also playing sex with Hitler.
Yes. Yeah, we talked about that on Friday, which
I can't believe that exists. Hitler probably couldn't even have sex because he was on so many drugs.
I don't know. I can't confirm or deny, Flash. I don't know. I cannot tell you either way, but I can tell you that yes, more people are playing that for sure. I do need to find out what Squirrel with a Gun current players is, because that could absolutely be past due. Let's see, Squirrel with a Gun. I can't find. Oh, there it is. Squirrel with a Gun currently, right? Oh, wow. The number has gone up, friends. Ooh. Squirrel with a Gun currently. Previously, we had this at, we had 1,500 people. So it has not gone up, but it's currently at 1,300 players. But its player base is still considerably higher, with an all-time peak of 2,100 players with Squirrel with a Gun. Blabs, you said you played this, or did Extra Zero?
No, Extra Zero was playing, and he said it was very sort of related to Goat Simulator. If you've ever played that, which I haven't, it's not my favorite. But he says it's fun, but he's very glad it's a cheap game.
He really wants those nuts.
I do want to test it out because it does look really funny, but yeah.
Really wants those nuts,
Like, nice. Hey, speaking of nuts, Ian came in with 10 gifted memberships to the channel.
Let's go!
Oh, with that. Love to see that. Thank you so much, Ian. Greatly appreciate it. If you guys got gifted a membership, make sure you say a thank you. Consider paying it forward. We greatly appreciate it. Jerry says, to another 30, we go get it. There you go, Jerry. 30 months. Really appreciate that, buddy. That is spectacular. That is 2.5 years. Migaru came in, says, yo, Flash, excited to read your comic. You're part of the reason me back to trying.
I think got me back.
Yeah, okay. Make a comic first time in years. The other reason is because of Zeb Wells ruining Spider-Man. Hate that guy.
Oh man, that Spider-Man run is something else. Thank you, McGare.
Appreciate that. That's great. Sean,
he's turned him into a cuckold. Spider-Man.
Sad day. Sad day. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate that. All right, let's go on to. I said we're talking about all the big hits today here on this wonderful.
Before we
Labor
do
Day.
that, let me just grab a locals tip because it's related to what we were talking about.
Please.
Spoon Ninja for $1 says Deadlock has more players and it ain't even public yet, and that's funny.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Deadlock is coming. I got gifted that
thanks
the other
to
day.
Mark.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, speaking of, I didn't mention this at the start of the show, but I am going to be playing Shadow of the Ninja Reborn. I was going to do it today, but my family's home, so I'm probably going to do it this afternoon. So I'll probably do it on Wednesday. Shadow of the Ninja Reborn. Have you heard about this game, Flash?
No.
Oh my God.
Is it cool? Let's see it.
Okay. Yeah, let's pull this up. So Shadow of the Ninja was a game for the NES. And this was a game that back in the day, you can play it on the Nintendo Switch Online. And it's a spectacular old school game. Now, what's happened is the 3 guys who developed the game back then have gone and they've updated it, and they've added all sorts of new things to it. So here is Shadow of the Ninja Reborn. This is the launch trailer. And people are saying this is one of the best redone games ever. Check this out.
From the Pixel Masters at Tango Projects, who brought you remakes of beloved classics, comes a new love letter to the games that shaped a generation.
It was 35 years ago since I was part of the original project.
Shadow
was the original 2-player?
Created.
Yes, the original was 2-player. Yes.
By the same team that delivered the original game in 1990.
I'm so glad I was able to release Mitsutani's music.
A timeless classic, Reborn.
It's a wonderful piece of pixel art.
Shadow of the Ninja returns with breathtaking new visuals, refined gameplay, and a relentless difficulty that only real ninjas can master. Fight alone or bring a friend to defeat the darkness and become a legend. Shadow of the Ninja Reborn, out now.
So if you play the old school game, it's a classic. It's a very underrated game. Let me actually pull up the original gameplay for you, because it is just to kind of see the progress. But the fact that they've gone in, got the original developers back associated with it. Let me pull in the actual gameplay here. Here we go. Anyways, it's awesome. It's like very old school run and gun ninja style. And anyways, I'm going to be playing that on Wednesday. I'm really looking forward to it. So anyways, just heads up. It's going to be over on the Side Scrollers Plays channel. So if you guys are into me watching video games, me playing games, I have not played a game on the channel in well over, I don't know, probably a month. So join me over on the Side Scrollers Plays channel. That is a different channel than this. Link to that is down below, Side Scrollers Plays. I'll be doing that on Wednesday. So Shadow of the Ninja Reborn then. But yeah, it was definitely a banger back in the day. All right, let's we got this. Mercenary says, I want this ninja game physically and OST on disc. Yeah, the soundtrack is awesome as well, for sure. All right, and that is, as pointed out by Tom, it's also the same company that did Shatterhand back in the day. So great stuff. Great stuff. All right, let's finish up with a little bit of talk about Star Wars Outlaws, friends. Now, this is I don't even know how to describe this. We talked about the pre-orders numbers of this. I know I put a tweet out about this, the pre-order numbers, and that kind of popped off as well.
I did a video on it. Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. But
did well too.
That's great. Excellent. I'm glad. It's been interesting to see the response to this. And I saw this video earlier today, and I wanted to make sure that we it's fun to watch and laugh at little games, little glitches and stuff in the games. And this video itself showcases all the little glitches along the way. And I want to pull it up because in it, you see kind of what people are upset about with this game. This is supposed to be a AAA game, some even say quadruple A game along the way. But the gameplay itself, this is from Nick Tech over on YouTube, who put this together, and it's a great example of some of the issues that people are having with this game. Just going to toss this grenade in the middle, and like these guys just kind of sit there, right? You're going to toss these out. And, hey, it's so realistic. They're just sitting there taking it. Talking about the speeder bike running into things. It's chaos, man. And it gets better here as they're going to get going. You see K there. And sure enough, as you try to run into these little, just going to clip on through the bottom of the world. There we go. So this is Star Wars. Oh, and by the way, look at this. It pointed out this is a game about guns, weaponry. You can't even couldn't bring it down the.
Wait, what?
I watched Mauler play this game on Saturday for a little bit, and this is supposed to be a stealth game. And he literally ran into a base, ran right to the objective, completed it, and then ran out of the thing and took off, and it was done.
This, yeah, right. And this is I love this. Is probably my favorite one here. Take a listen to the audio here. So you're hiding.
Did you see the magic bush that Asmongold did?
No.
Oh,
no,
that's the best.
Oh, yes, I did. Vlad, see if you can pull that up. The magic bush from Asmongold. It's great. But you're just hiding an event here.
Let's lock it down.
Like you're literally pointing the gun at you. So naturally,
is that Skyrim music?
It sounds like it.
We made it, Nick.
There you go. You did it. Congratulations. Walk off.
While they were looking right at you, I lost them.
Yeah. And then you're just gonna walk up. You're getting shot. The fist.
It just doesn't look good.
No.
It's a shame because all the DEI bullshit aside, all everything aside, like you had the potential to make a great game, and you just squandered it.
This would have been a game I would be interested in, like an open world Star Wars game.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't have that love for this brand anymore, and all the shit going on with this.
They should have learned from their previous games, and not even obviously Ubisoft, because it's their first one, but like all the other ones with Jedi Fallen Order, we have to run all the way back just to get back on your ship. Like that's just lazy gameplay. 2017 Battlefront, they should have learned from that, and they just didn't. It's like, you guys are stupid. Who are you? Who's hiring you? Dumbasses? Because you have all like the blueprints right there to learn. Okay, this didn't go well for them. We shouldn't do that, but instead they do it anyway. It's like, okay, cool.
Real quick, pay attention to what happens here. Kay's going to run across the eyesight of one stormtrooper, punch the other stormtrooper. While she's punching the other stormtrooper, the stormtrooper you just passed is going to be staring at her, doing nothing. Goes across, punches. The camera's going to shift, and he's just sitting there looking at her.
He's just waiting.
What are you doing?
Oh, is it my turn? Do you want to punch me next?
I mean,
wait, where did that come from?
He didn't even know he got hit. It's like
surprise.
Just punching everybody. I mean, it's pretty spectacular.
And this guy, he didn't hear nothing.
Look at this guy just staring. It's like literally right in front.
Who are you?
Oh, just whap. So
Oh my god, what was that? Use the force.
Oh, it's great stuff. It really is. So, anyways, people.
Now, to be fair on this one, they said you wouldn't be able to run over civilians or anything.
Yeah, well, you just clip.
Well, there should be some type of way for like some type of thing that kind of like bounces you away from them, not some stupid glitch like this. Then.
Yeah.
You know what this reminds me of? That reminds me of that Big Mother Truckers game, Big Rig 18 wheelers, where you can just clip through everything. That's exactly what it reminds me. Are we gonna walk on water? Are we gonna walk on water?
Jesus.
Are we gonna?
Oh, you can't. You can't walk on water. The map doesn't let you.
No,
Not
you
allowed.
die if you go in the water.
That's like Skull and Bones. You couldn't walk in certain areas. They completely roped it off.
She has a devil fruit power.
Look at how deep that area is. It's like it's right on the edge. Whoa! just.
It would have been really great if she had like some type of animation where she just screams to her death or something.
Oh, that's great. Well, the response to this obviously has not been spectacular, to say the least. And I wanted to go back into the PSN profiles here to kind of get an idea of how many people are playing it right now. Currently, over on PSN profiles, it says that there are currently 4,087 game owners of this game.
It can't be that low, do you think?
If it is, we may have another biggest flop in history if it's that low. I mean, I don't know. I'll tell you this right now.
Is that right for the game? Like, go to some other games and look at it, because it's like, is that just for people that sign up for PSN profiles?
My questions for this was, is this thing like in a public thing where it just gathers everybody's information and shows how many people actually own the game? Like, do people opt out of this? It's kind of like my questions with Steam charts also. Like,
the trophy stuff is available, like, if you have a PSN account. So that I do see, but game owners, that I'm curious about, because like I can see that, because I have I have a PS5. I don't do much with it, but it if I can see how many people have completed trophies and what percentage of people and stuff, like, that's public.
So some of the chat is saying that you have to sign up for this website in order for it to count.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this. Let's just go off Dark Souls Remasters.
It's got to be higher than 4,000. That's insane if it's that low.
Okay, well, let's do this. Let's go to Dark Souls Remastered. Okay, just as a point of reference. So Star Wars Outlaws says there's just over 4,000 players. Dark Souls Remasters says there's almost 190,000 players. Okay, now whether that's legit or not, just do the math on that. That's what one.
See, more people. I guarantee you, more people own that game than 100 and what did it say? 68,000, or was it 88?
188,000. But even in that case, even if you did that, let's just say let's just say 1 million people bought Dark Souls Remastered, right? And let's just say you were to do the math and equate that 188,000 to the actual sales figures. You can do the exact same thing with Star Wars, right? And say that just based off rough numbers, you could just, what was it? There was 4,087. The total percentage of players that played Star Wars Outlaws versus Dark Souls Remasters, right? So I don't know what the math comes out to, but it's what, 2%, maybe 2% of players that are playing Star Wars Outlaws versus Dark Souls Remasters. I don't know. So yeah, maybe 25,000 or so. So, and the PC players, I don't know, but
not 25,000. I could believe.
Yeah,
because we're seeing it with Concord.
We'll see.
That's total.
We'll see more. Yeah,
there's at least 25,000 Star Wars fans left that are still suckers.
Yeah, Muhammad says check another Ubisoft game. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's check another Ubisoft game. Give me another
Skull and Bones.
It was Skull and Bones released for the PlayStation?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on everything except Switch.
Okay, let's check out Skull and Bones. Let's see. Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones right now, currently, where are you? Let's see. Let's just look up Skull Bones.
Or like if you really want something popular, pick like one of the old Assassin's Creed games, I guess, maybe.
Right. Okay, so Skull and Bones, as a point of reference, has 5,000 right there. Just about 5,000 players on it. So for game owners over on PlayStation. So there you go. with an ad for it in the title. So, yeah, I mean, we don't know sales figures for the game, but it doesn't look great off an initial launch. With that said, it does look just as popular as Skull and Bones did, which we know did not do very well, which goes back to the idea that, and I know that it may sound like I'm reaching here. I'm just trying to put things together as far as observations as to the number of people that are playing Star Wars Outlaws. Between
so much for those quadruple A games.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Is the Outlaws actually a quadruple game, or is it just like Skull and Bones? Because I thought
I'm just mocking that. That's
no,
a Ubisoft quote.
Yeah, the quadruple A games for sure. Well, it's I'm worried about Ubisoft. I know that I shouldn't be worried about a giant mega corporation, but I think that once again we're seeing failure after failure after failure. And we've talked about the number of job losses. I think it will only continue along the way. And Ubisoft will be doing some major layoffs along the way. It's crazy.
Last Ubisoft game I played and loved was Rayman Legends. Can we get some more of those, please?
Man, they talk about being shelved. Rayman has been shelved. And the Rayman Legends games were great.
Both of those 2D platformers were so good. I was just playing Origins the other day.
I mean, just curious. Rayman Legends, looking for the PlayStation 4. Game owners, 394,000. 394,000 people own Rayman Legends, according to this. So, and that's for the PlayStation 4. So, anyways, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Hey, Solid Monkey came in with the 10. Says, feel free to forward this to the Pocket Fussy Fund. Did you see all the cope of people posting OLED on X to go on about Star Wars Outlaws graphics? And if you're taking ICP wrap suggestions, I think Blab should wrap the Nedden game. Thank you, Solid.
Wait, what about OLED? OLED TVs and monitors?
Well, it says, did you see all the cope from people posting OLED on X to go on about Star Wars Outlaws graphics? I've not seen any of that, Solid Monkey.
Everything is going to look better on a TV like that. That's more because of the TVs can handle blacks and stuff better. I don't.
Mm-hmm. Garrett says, I've been playing Star Wars Outlaws for a while. 4 out of 10, I give it. I didn't buy it. I used Ubisoft Plus. Thanks, Garrett. Appreciate that. Good to know. Mercenary says, last Ubisoft I played was Starlink 4. Starlink for the Star Fox cameo. Thanks, Mercenary. Appreciate that. Dan says, yeah, I'll be playing the new Shadow of the Ninja Physical for the Switch. Mine haven't arrived until tomorrow. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate you, man. Jason says, see, Ubisoft stock is at 16 today. No, let's take a quick glance at that really fast.
Damn.
Is it continued to drop? Ubisoft stock. This is a... Oh, yeah. Ooh, yikes. Okay. Yeah. Oh, boy. This is not bode well at all. Here's the launch for this. Since the opening today, it has dropped off and people are selling. It was at it opened at $17.22. It's down almost $1, almost 6.5% over the past week, down 5% today. I'm telling you, Flash, I'm telling you, man, like you look at this just earlier this year and over the past year, 1 year ago today, it was at $28. Now it's almost half of that. That is insane to me. 5 years ago, it was at $84, $85 right here. Now currently sitting at $16.30. Tell me they're in serious trouble right now. The last time it was this low, Flash. Let's see. It opened in 1996 at $16.13.
Damn.
It's
That's
currently
back then.
So yes, if you invested on an opening day, you would actually you've lost money because of inflation in a massive way. How? That's over the course of 30 years. What are we doing here?
Is Ubisoft like the worst? I guess I don't know how to word this, but like, is Ubisoft like the worst producing like AAA company so far? Like in comparison with like all the other.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't. The fact that they're considered a AAA company is amazing to me. I think that they are.
Once upon a time, they definitely had the ranks to be so, but now it's like
I think they were a lot better. Like a couple of years ago, they've really fallen off.
Yeah. Alan says, if you heard of Cold Simulator game, we need Nick Rehader version. Happy Labor Day, Alan. Thank you, Alan. Appreciate that.
Confirmed in the latest documents.
Says the Jack Murphy version was so funny. Thank you, Alan. I don't know enough about the Nick Rehader guy. I said, people are like, why don't you condemn Nick Rehader? And it's like, I don't know anything about Nick Rehader. He was on our show once. Like I've only, you know, I've conversed with him one time. All right, let's go and finish with the palate cleanser here. This video is being passed around. It has almost 13 million views over on X. There's some copyrighted music here, but it's always fun to look at stuff like this. And Blabs, you would not be able to understand this situation, but this video is from high school in 1998. Did you see this video, Blabs?
I did not, because I want to like ignore it. However, I have seen lots of these videos floating around on Instagram in the 90s and like early 2000s. And I liked it. And the funny thing is, that was kind of how it was for me too, even though I graduated high school in 2014. It wasn't like so prevalent as today's social media.
Right. So no cell phones, no social media. You know, the idea of a camera was an anomaly here, right? The idea that if someone was walking onto the camera, it was like, whoa, you got the Carlton dance going on over here. The wife beater shirt over there, the slick back hair. I mean, they very much look like 90s kids here, but
they look happy. That's the biggest thing, is that they're all like happy, socializing, talking, not on their phones, not miserable.
Yep. And that's the thing, is when you look at this, you know, if you were to do this today, kids would walk around, they'd have their face in their phones, you know, people interacting with each other. But I think the anomaly of like a camera itself was always a very if somebody saw it, it's like, what's happening? Someone has a camera out, because it took a lot. Now cameras are just, you know, all over the place.
I can confirm this because when I was like in middle school and college, so when I was in middle school, there was like the BlackBerry coming out, and the first ever iPhone, and everyone was like, oh my god. But like, we also had our little camera pockets, you know, all the girls taking photos and things. Like, the camera was still very, very, very relevant back in the day. Now everyone's like, oh, look at my iPhone. It's like, you guys don't even have that anymore, not even the cameras. So yeah.
Flash, when you were in high school, did you I don't know, like I remember the camera being like a really big thing. Like, if somebody felt the need to actually bust out that giant camera, it was like, whoa. I don't know. Do you feel, I mean, I haven't been in high school in a long time, but, and maybe it is just nostalgia talking and seeing the grainy footage and all that stuff, but how does that make you feel when you see that stuff, Flash?
Better times.
Better times.
Thinking about better times.
Do you think it was better because that's when we were young, or do you think it was better because of the lack of social media?
I think the world was in a better place, and social media definitely hasn't helped it. It's crazy rude that we're so connected, but yet everyone's so lonely.
Right. I think this has been a common theme. I've said this many, many times, just from a broader societal thing. I think we're going to look back on the idea of social media, and it's eventually going to be relegated like cigarettes have been. The idea that you have to be a certain age before you have access to social media because of the damage it does to people mentally. The depression rates that have skyrocketed since social media and smartphones have become a thing, specifically in high school age girls. That's something that like I'm very mindful of along the way. So I don't know. I could absolutely see something like that happening, and I'm honestly surprised that there hasn't been something introduced like that yet in society. So, Labs, do you think that's something that could potentially happen?
I don't know if there'll be like a limit where people like you have to be a certain age, but I think maybe one day people will be just so fed up with it that they'll actually like think negative towards you being online. Like, ew, you have an Instagram? That's not, yeah. And they'll, whatever it is, just completely opposite it. Maybe like in 100 years. Maybe.
It's gonna be seen as passe and gross.
Yeah, like it's not trendy. Like, oh, you're on social media. That's disgusting. I'm gonna go hang out in the forest and pick mushrooms. So I feel like that's what people are gonna be doing soon. And here's the thing: it's actually so much nicer to be outside and in the woods. So.
We can only hope that's the case. Only hope that's the case.
Well, I'll pull Adam Cricklers and go picking mushrooms in the woods.
Hey, we mentioned this before, but congrats to Adam with his kiddo. He put a tweet out that he'd only been pooped on 3 times, like in his first day of having his kiddo. Super happy for him. Reached out to him privately and obviously publicly, but his life just got better having his first little newborn. He had a tweet where he's holding his little finger, the little baby's finger, and he's like, nothing can describe this feeling. And there's 100% truth in that. It's an amazing stuff. It's great. Reese came in with the 2 over on Rumble. Says, when I was in high school, the smartphone wasn't even a thing yet. Me neither. Mika says, the miserable kids are at home playing video games. Mo says, I graduated in 99. Dang, I feel old. Thanks, Craig. Me too. Mr. Melancholy says, 90s and 2000s were a great time. Missed those times. All pre-social media. Miner says, in high school, I had a Discman. Better days. Let's go.
Yeah, I remember that Discman. Just sucked because it always skipped. And then they came out with the ones that wouldn't skip, but they still skipped.
That's right. All right. Who Gamer came in with the $1 direct donation. Says, just admit it, Blabs. You want someone to donate $1,000 so you can wear black and white striped mine turtleneck.
I actually hate turtlenecks.
Oh, okay.
So no.
All right, Blabs, you said there's an announcement or something?
Yeah, I got a little mini announcement for you. So I've been in contact with Uwe Boll. He's already scheduled to come on next Tuesday, about 30 minutes into the show, with Razor Fist.
Let's go! All right.
He's like, yes.
Uwe Boll joining us next Tuesday. Oh, that's going to be a good one. It's going to be a banger. So Tuesday the 10th, September 10th, Uwe Boll joining us. I'm sure we'll have lots to talk about there. Oh, man, spread the word right there. And you said we also have locals, yeah?
Yes, we have locals tips. So Spoon Ninja sent $1 with a picture of Conan saying, did someone say my name? No, you did. Also, okay, isn't nugs a porn thing? And are those the people who should be advertising it? You know what nugget porn is? No. What, is that a thing? Really?
I don't know.
What kind of porn?
Moving on. Anyway, Spoon Ninja also says, Blab's trying to get Craig to play with monkey balls. Typical episode of Sex Scroller.
Oh, Lord.
Never Ending sent a $10 tip. Thank you very much. Saying Uwe Boll could get more out of $2 million than Disney Star Wars got out of $180 million.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's gross. I saw somebody in the chat said it. Gross.
What?
Like, that's never.
No, just let it be. Mercenary says, so glad I sold off my Ubisoft stock years ago, or my retirement would be in the tank. That and graduated in 98. World has changed and not for the better. Thanks, Mercenary. Yes, Blabs.
Okay. And then Spoon Ninja also responded back with $1 saying, can you do a review of Squirrel with a gun? That'd be a hilarious review. And then lastly, also Spoon Ninja says, quadruple A aren't anything but a marketing strategy. Look at Dustborn. Thank you very much, guys, over on Locals for watching and supporting.
It's like blast processing. Steven came in and says, Bill Gates and other tech models don't let the kids mess with social media because they messed with their heads.
Yeah, they don't let their kids on social media. Isn't that funny?
It's amazing.
It's because they probably don't want to see the truth of what their parents are doing.
It's because they know it fucks up kids.
Yep. It's a messy, man. Messy. Let's see. Also, let's see. Reese says, the Western games, animation, and movie industry is declining, yet these lefties still vote for the policies and politics that boned them in the end. Thank you.
Yeah, and then they move to another area and start fucking up their shit.
Mayo Riot came in with a 5, says Squirrel with a gun. That's right. Jared says, I just started watching True Lies for the first time over the weekend, and I can see why it's beloved by so many people. There you go, Jared. There you go.
Great movie. Blabs, you should watch it.
Jared also says, will you guys be streaming Squirrel with a Gun at some point in the future? Congrats to Blabs for reaching 4K on YouTube. Thank you. Good stuff.
Oh, congrats. I didn't know that.
That's right. Mongoose says, my fiance and me had our first pre-Cana Cana yesterday. It went well, except for the part where they separated the couple for a bit, and the woman that took my chair left a line of ass sweat in my seat. I don't even know what you're talking
Are you
about.
all right? Are you stuttering?
I don't even know what's happening.
Okay, I'll read it again because apparently, Craig can't read.
I don't understand what's happening in that Rumble rant. But
all right,
you.
he says, my fiance and me had our first pre-Cana yesterday. I don't even know what that is.
That's the thing. I don't know what that is. I'm thrown off.
He says it went well, except for the part where they separated the couples for a bit, and the woman that took my chair left a line of ass sweat on my seat. That's
I get that, but I don't know what a pre-Cana is.
Yeah, what is that? Okay. Pre-Cana. Online Catholic pre-Cana is a course of consultation for couples preparing to be married in a Catholic church.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Well, now we know. Joey says, I graduated in high school in 2007, and the iPod had released in 2001. Back then, a camera and a phone was a luxury, and you were considered a rich kid. That's right. That was a big deal. Thanks, Joey. Appreciate that. All right, let's get out of here, my friends. Flash, what do you got going on today? You want to pimp something out?
Nothing much today. I'm gonna go do some barbecuing with some people.
Let's go get that barbecue. Love that. Well, do me a favor, guys. I would love for you guys to head over to sidescrollerspodcast.com and become a supporter over there. If today's the day, man, let's hop over there. Let's get some supporter numbers up. Love to see that. We have some. I'm going to announce something here tomorrow that I think is going to blow y'all's mind. That's going to be made available specifically for supporters over there. It's going to be great. Also, if you'd like to support, you can head over to our merchandise store. You can pick up some of this outstanding merch instead of the including the Make Gaming Great Again hat, the White Dudes for Gaming shirt, as well as the Normal Man t-shirt, and of course the American Pride and the Let Us Skateboard t-shirt. So go pick it up right now. Links are in the description. The store is readily available and ready to serve you good. With that said, guys, have a great rest of your day. We appreciate all your support, your super chats, your Rumble rants, your direct donations. Big ups to Zim for coming in. Great to see you, buddy, as always. We'll catch you guys later. Have a great rest of your day. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal? Go get it. Have a great day. Enjoy your Labor Day, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.